I think I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Hello. I don't know if anybody's here, but if you are, hi. I'm very bad at doing this. Oh, there we go. There I am. I usually have somebody else with me when I do these, but I kind of had a lot of shit going on this time. And I didn't kind of get around to organizing that. So I don't think anybody's here. Maybe, I don't know. I'm really bad at this. But that's okay, right? It's okay to be bad at things. I can write books. Yay! There we go. Hi. Oh, wow. There are people here. Yes, this is the live anxiety channel, Brian. It's awesome because I can just talk. So, yes, it is definitely the live anxiety channel. I'm extremely good at anxiety. It lives with me on a daily basis. So, yay! Yes, I'm just gonna sit here. Is anybody have any questions? Do you want to hear about my magical library? Uh, oh, you know what I did yesterday? So yesterday was my birthday, and I'm super old, so we don't need to go into that. But I had an awesome day. I got to sit on the couch and do jack shit all day, except for playing my Switch and watching The Middle. Have you ever seen The Middle? Because that makes me feel like a really fucking great parent. So I watch it a lot. It's like nice on repeat in the background. And I also ate Maltesers, which is an Australian chocolate, which is delicious. Got my husband to get that for me. He got me a foot spa, which, yeah, it's really fantastic. Oh, no, no, no. I am still not narrating my own book. I actually have like the whole setup. I just do not have time. So if anybody knows how to reach in and grab me a dimensional time pocket, that would be fantastic. And then I might actually do stuff. Okay, so Library System Reset Overdue is a book. Basically, I was going to call it Help, I've Been Kidnapped by a Magical Library, but I thought that was a little bit too anime manga light novel style, and the book's not quite in that like area. So I didn't call it that, and instead I called it Library System Reset Overdue, and it's basically about all magic gets in the whole universe gets routed through this library that purifies the magic and makes it manageable. But somewhere along the line, somebody decided that they didn't like this, and so they made it so that the library couldn't find any more librarians to help it function. And so for 500 years, the library has been broken because it couldn't find a replacement librarian. And they isekai somebody from Earth into the library, and that is where the book starts. So, a lot of fun getting a magical library up and running again. And so that's my newest book, and it's on RR and Patreon right now. Patreon, what do you guys say? Patreon, whatever. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, apparently the oh, okay. So, oh, actually, I can tell you because I have them written down in my extremely sophisticated note-taking process, which is by hand in books. um, so one of the books that she has to recover is called Carlisle's Dictamy of Spatial Distortion, I think it is. The other one, I'm just going to go into my files and find it because I'm really excited about these books. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Chapter 12, end of chapter 12. Okay, so it's De Carlisle's Thesis of Spatial Distortion, Mantis Leaf's Advanced Combat Strategy, Taglisha's Dictamy of Herbal Evolution. And those are the three first like main books she has to find. The awesome thing is that when the library's not been missing for almost 500 years, she can also go and meter out like fines for people who keep books too long. So that's kind of fun. And then she has other books that she has to get that she learns things like, I think she had Machetes for Dummies is something. Machetes for Dummies, Beginner's Shielding, Poison or Just Disgusting. So little things like, it's a lot of fun to play with the names of the books. So, hey, Town Under sold very well, did very well. Something you have to understand about me, I wasn't a co-author first, I was an author first. So I'm very, very used to my own playground, and I'm used to creating my world and just getting to do whatever the fuck I want in it, which you cannot do when you are creating in somebody else's world. And while I absolutely love the world that I create System Apocalypse Australia in, I find it very restrictive, and that's not Tao's fault. It's a freaking awesome world, but it's not my world. And so writing in that is very difficult. It's not always fun, and I have to have the right headspace to be doing it. So for now, I've just put, now books 1 to 3 are a pretty solid arc. They can stand alone if they need to. I do have an idea for the final 4 to 6. I've actually written like 25K on it, but it's on hold because I really need to take care of myself and my own creative process right now, and let myself just play in my own vegetable garden, I guess. So right now I'm not writing the books. Hopefully at some stage I will feel better about writing in them. But Tao's really good. He doesn't put any pressure on me. He's like, if you want to write them, they're there. You can do it. So yeah. So right now, oh, it didn't hurt. It was just, it's really like, it's like pulling hen's teeth. It's something that I felt more that I had to finish than wanted to finish, if that makes sense. So generally, I'm like obsessive compulsive with my own stuff, and I kind of just want to keep writing and writing and writing. So it's much easier to just go, oh, because I said so, then damn it, I have to fit this into other people's stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh no, Brian, nobody overtakes you, love. You're good. But yeah, I wish I was on a panel with you. I'm not on a panel with you this time. Next year, I'm going to have to put down I want to be on a panel with Brian, because that'll be much better. I was really glad I'd never met Jack, so it was nice to have somebody else with an accent on the panel. Is always a good thing, because I sometimes feel a little, ooh, I'm the accent person. I'm rambling. I do that a lot because a lot of you have met me in person, and so you understand that. Hey, TJ, you understand that I literally ramble like this all the time. So, oh, it does help me, James. Thank you so much. And like I said, it's not that I don't like them, but oh, thanks, Brian. I'll remember that now, mate. Just like the fiery death at the water cooler. That's just fantastic. Um, okay, I'm trying to think of any more questions. Oh, it wouldn't be a dream, mate. Trust me, it would be a nightmare to meet me, because I am huggy and I never shut the fuck up. So even when I'm telling myself, Katie, stop talking so much, I don't. So I just keep going. It's like train, full on, straight ahead. The Katie train. Katie train. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I might have to put a train in the library books. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, I think the tagline for Somnia was discover the class you were meant to be, or something like that. Discover the, dude, seriously, when I did that starting, like the start panel that I did earlier today, everybody's going, oh yeah, blah blah, my first this and my first that, and I'm like, I cannot remember what the first fucking lines in Somnia were for the life of me. So yeah. But yeah, it was discover the. I got a bookmark here because my bookmark has my tagline. Oh, there it is. Yes, see. Discover the class you were born to play. Because insomnia, your class is you do like a test with the system, and the system like gives you a neural analysis and picks your class for you. You do not pick your own class. So, and the main character is actually so pissed off at that in the beginning because she's assigned an enchanter instead of a healer, and yeah. Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh, that's cool. Because, I'm 5'2". I like Taryn. My daughter is now almost 5'2", right? So she just got these clunkers, like they're like this thick soles on them for her Halloween outfit, and she's like an inch taller than me in them, and I'm like, fuck. She's 10. Great. Oh, you bought the Somnia Omnibus on Audible? Did you like it? Um, Andy is one of my best friends, and I got really lucky in finding her in the beginning of Lit RPG, and I adore her to death. And if possible, I will never have another narrator. Not that I think anybody else is bad or worse or whatever. I just love Andy. She's amazing as a person, human being. So, yeah. um, yeah. Oh, seriously, Kristen? At least you feel my pain in the height of the children. So, yay. Oh my God, how have only 13 minutes passed? I'm so bad at this. Um, yes, Lit RPG readers are pretty huggy. We are. Um, I also do a thing when I'm like, I'm like, are you a hugger? Because I don't want to hug people. Like, I love hugging, doesn't mean you love hugging. So I always try to double check, like, are you a hugger? Can I hug you? Because you don't want to hug somebody who doesn't like to be touched, because that's like fucked up. My daughter is actually, she loves to be hugged by me and my husband, but friends or other people she doesn't know well, like she will literally just go, nope. Um, yeah. So, yeah, Andy she is just as amazing in person as you would think she would be, as you would hope she would be from the amazing narration she does. I could talk about her all day long. I love her. I don't know if she'll ever see this, but she knows I love her. So, um, no, my daughter will not be shrinking anytime soon. Oh, thank you. See, yeah, happy birthday. And it's Eric Uglin's birthday today too, just so y'all know. Um, oh, is there anywhere else I'd like to write in anybody else's world? I'd like to live in some of the worlds, but writing in them is really fucking hard because you have to like, I feel like you have to limit yourself within somebody else's imagination, which is super difficult for me. Hey, Rachel. I'm 5'1 3/4", but I rounded up. Um, so there's actually, I've got amazing friends, Charles, Dean, and Raymond. Oh, I always get his last name wrong. Major. He did the Lit RPG podcast for years. They have a fantastic world that they've just brought out, that regression one. And I'm actually really enjoying that. That's one of my current reads. And otherwise, I'm really, this is going to sound so like silly. I want to live in my library world because as I'm creating it, I'm like, holy fuck, this would be amazing. Yes, exactly, Stuart. I used to be a plotter. I mean, I used to be a rigid plotter. I would do all these questions, and then I would start plot pointing everything out, and I would write 22 chapters in every fucking book, and those 22 chapters were exactly planned out. And I did good, and I wrote my first series that way. And after that, I kind of couldn't. Like I just couldn't keep to it anymore. It's like my characters were like, fuck you. And they would just run off with stuff and do whatever they wanted to with my ideas. And I would just be sitting there going, oh, shit. So now I've learned to be like, okay, so these points need to happen. Go at it. I'll just get there somehow in the course of today or tomorrow. So pantsing doesn't really work very well, I feel, so I had to like plot out a lot more for SAAU, which is good, to stick within the parameters, but I would constantly have to be like, oh, well, I guess this chapter's going over here now, and I'll eventually get back to that point I was trying to get to. Yeah, so I find it very difficult to not just want to go like, nope, fuck it. Changing the way my world works, because I can't do that in a 12-book established series. So, oh, dude. Yeah, see, and I didn't have a world Bible for SAAU. So that was, I would write and Tao would do dev edits for me, and he'd go like, well, Katie, the system wouldn't do this. And I'd be like, but Tao, that's through Ali's perception, not necessarily as the system would announce it. So we'd have these like back and forth arguments, discussions. And he'd be like, I guess you're right, but it needs to be rephrased. And I'd be like, okay. Yeah, I feel like characters are children. Like I love my characters, and I try to make each and every one different from each other, but at the same time, I always feel like I put just a little something of myself in them. Like some of them are scared of heights, some of them are scared of confined spaces. Actually, I think I make all of them scared of confined spaces because I can't imagine not being claustrophobic. So, um, but I mean, I always feel like they're part of me anyway. Um, so I love my characters. Uh, oh no, Daniel's books are amazing, and he doesn't need anybody else writing them with him. He is a fantastic human being with an amazing imagination. So I think Daniel should just keep doing what Daniel does. Yeah, characters make children. Hey, my daughter's pretty good. Dude, she's almost getting straight A's. I'm like, whoa, you're not just average intelligence. Because anyway, last year I was like, whatever, I've got an average kid, we'll be fine. And then she hit middle school this year, and it's proven above and beyond that she's not an average child. And I'm just like, awesome. Just do your best, kid. That's all we ask. So, um, I didn't have a book. I am somewhat confused by that. Hey, JC. Yeah, I love you too, sweetheart. Like, dude, seriously, this last 2 weeks has been a total shitstorm for me. Totally, like, yeah, next time we'll do it again. Like, I just totally fucking forgot. Oh, you seriously got a warning from Facebook for saying murder your darlings? Have they met an author? Like, seriously. Fucking Facebook, seriously. Oh, am I gonna get like banned for saying fucking Facebook? Probably. Oh, I that is very interesting. That is, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Rachel. I do. I find that if I put a little bit of myself into my characters, and to be honest, it's probably in all of my main characters, not just the main character, but everybody. I feel like you're more attached to them. It's easier to step into their shoes. It's easier to become that character and understand how they would react in given situations, so that your experience in the text is like much more realistic for that character, if that makes sense. So yeah, I love I love writing. I can't believe that I'm lucky enough to be able to write and have other people want to read my books. That is still like just, whoa, what? So, oh, see, and now on StreamYard, I can see be prepared to murder your darlings when writing in another world. But what if my darlings are better than yours? Yeah. Yeah, you don't understand, Brian, how many arguments I have had with Tao about shit. It's been quite funny. So it's been pretty good. But he's actually awesome to work with. So I got pretty lucky. Oh, when did I start writing? Okay, so I started writing when I was 8, and I wrote a story called Ghostly Deluge because I had just learned the word deluge, as an 8-year-old, and I was really proud of it. And it was literally a horror story about these people who moved into a house. It was rainy. The twins weren't supposed to go in the attic. They went because it was off limits. They went in the attic and repeated history where one of the twins fell down the stairs and died. So I'm all excited of this 11-page handwritten story I've written. My mom's actually proud of me for once in my life. And my teacher's like, oh my God, you wrote a story where a kid gets killed. So yeah, that was a parent teacher meeting. But so that's when I started writing, and I wanted to be a lawyer or an author. And when I went to law school, and I did 3 years of it, I realized I had, in Australia, it's a 4-year degree. I realized I had a conscience and I couldn't do this. I made myself like super sick with the stress from it. And so became, I did heaps of retail, and then I started writing in my spare time, and then I just kept writing in my spare time. And then I had 2 agents, near misses of offers and stuff. And then I went, well, fuck you all. I'm publishing my sci-fi fantasy. Sorry, my post-apocalyptic sci-fi. And I did, and it made me back all my money inside of a year. And I went, oh, fuck you. People did want to read it. So I didn't know what I was doing. And then I found Lit RPG. Voila. That's my writing history. And I love it. I love writing. I love creating. And if I don't create for too long, I get really fucking moody. So, yeah, Katie needs to create. Selfish question on tough writing days. What do you do? Okay, so me, I'm very bad. I will wallow. I will just get into a funk sometimes because I suffer from depression and anxiety and I have ADHD. So I will get into a mode where it's basically all I can do to get up and get my kid to school, um, and function as a mom. And I can't seem to function as an author as well sometimes, because I can't seem to get further on in a story. And then I have to really sit down and I have to go, okay, what is it about this story that's doing this? What is it about this story that's making me not want to write? And I actually did that when I was drafting SAAU 4. I just realized that I did not want to write the story. I had all these other story ideas, and that's what I wanted to write. And the moment I gave myself grace and let myself say, hey, not writing this right now, actually got a lot better. So I think you have to find the root of the reason. Sometimes it can be because you've been working on a scene and the scene's not working, and you need to find a different way to make that scene work. Or something somebody said has inadvertently wormed its way into your head and has taken like a life of its own in relation to your writing, and you have to deal with that. Or yeah, I find I have to figure out why I'm blocked, because it's never really a writing block. It's a it's more of a getting myself into the right headspace to write that book. Um, and also I do sorry, my husband texted me. I do a thing now where I know that I can write Hellbent for Leather for 2 days, and then I take a day off, and then I write Hellbent for Leather for 2 days, and then I take the weekend off. So I do 4 days of writing a week now and churn out about 20K a week. And I've only just in the last month or so found that actually works really well for me. So sometimes I think when you're having a tough time writing, you just need to change something up. And that was my long answer for that question. uh, oh, Yeah, I hadn't specialized yet. I had done internships in family law and corporate law. Hey, Jez, I'm not on any panels with you either, love. That sucks. But I love you. You know that. um, yeah, I did law for long enough to know that, I mean, I did like contract law, estate law, criminal law. I mean, I went through the first 3 years in Australia of it, and yeah, I made myself super sick with stress about it. So, yes, not lawyer material. Yeah, family law is super bad, especially when you can see the families are really trying, and that can be really bad. Um, yeah, well, not all of us are used to it who can work on 5 fucking projects at once, mate. I I'm very tunnel vision. I'm hoping that I can try to once I've got myself settled in my library story, I'm really hoping to try and sort of I don't know, get myself into a state where I can work 2 or 3 days a week on that, and maybe one day a week on something else, because like I said, I'm a tunnel vision. I have to just write that, write that, write that. So I'm hoping maybe I can divide it into just days of writing, because I have this other, I shouldn't have opened that door, which I've got like 35,000 words on, and it's got like and they get isekai into another world, and they've got like, and they don't know anything about magic, and they're corgis. They have 2 corgis because I love corgis. And they get like, the corgis get like balking heck, and they need grump to cast their balking heck. And if you've ever met a corgi, you understand what grump is. Um, so yeah, I I have a lot of ideas and just not enough time to write. So hopefully I will be able to work on more than one thing at once, is what I'm hoping for. Um, okay, so George, I'm not in Australia. I met my husband in EverQuest 2 in 2005, and I live in Kansas, America now. So, yes, he was worth it. He was worth the 8,500 mile move. He is fan fucking tastic, and we've been married for 16 years. But I think, yeah, bloody traitor. Yeah, I know. Dude, I always make an excuse for my character to have somebody of British or Australian origin in their history so that I can use all of my swear words properly. Um, so there are a few authors, like Matthew Barbala. He is an Aussie author. He's in Brisbane though. I think, where's my Brisbane? Where's my Aussie author chat? I have one somewhere. Somewhere I have an Aussie author chat. And if you just send me a message, I can tell you a few names of Aussie authors. Where is my Aussie author chat? Oh, there it is. Chris, Chris, what's his name? Chris James is also an Aussie author. I think he lives down where you are. Um, so, and Alex, I can't pronounce his last name. He wrote the Alpha Physics one as well. Yes, thank you. Yeah, CJ Timms. There's a lot of Aussie authors, so you should be able to find something um, there. Yes, EverQuest 2, I met my husband in. Yes. I had transferred servers and we were recruits in a guild, and voila, I'm I'm a 90-day fiance, except we did it properly and not for a show. I think I've got like a minute. Anybody got any last minute questions? If not, go check my awesome Royal Road story out. Okay, I don't know if it's awesome, but I love it. So that's what counts, right? Um, go check my Royal Road story out, or any of my books on Amazon. And yeah. So thank you for coming, you guys. And actually, like, um and actually making me like not feel completely and utterly alone, because that was really nice of you. Because I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. Yeah, so I think that's about it, right? Geneva, is that it? I don't know. I think there we go. It's okay. I just put the actual link up. I had put the wrong one in. Okay, thank you guys. You were awesome, and I will see you at the cozy panel when I'm on it, and Geneva will tell me when that is.